I want to thank all of our regular Rumble people. It's really cool to see you guys coming on. Pretty much every Tuesday and Thursday is really awesome. And I do notice every week we have new viewers on YouTube, which is super cool, really awesome. I know we have our regulars like Zootzilla. I don't have messy hair today, Zootzilla, so you can't make fun of me today. I see Restless Native, Kaladin. I think I saw Kaladin from last week. Oh, the one with the cat. Yeah, thanks for tuning in again.
For people coming in, some of the stuff we went through today, we were talking about the Epstein client, the Epstein victims are fighting back. We have our nefarious behavior in Venezuela going on. We did some CDC shakeup stuff. Trump's we're calling it warp speed gate, and what RFK Jr. is doing to keep his job. We talked with Jay Scott. We had Craig Pasta on for Top Censor News earlier, and we are talking about Israel and their never-ending battle to keep their narrative alive and buy up all these media companies and push their agenda while we fight back. We had the flotilla going out there with the right people on board and a lot of people on the ground, union workers organizing in Italy. So there's a lot of action, but we are calling today's episode the Western media narrative is crumbling. And so we are in the middle of this crumble, but it's not done with yet. We still have a lot of fight. So I'll pass it back to you, Leslie.
Okay, I'm just going to read because we have a lot today. Thanks, guys. Really cool. I'm Zootzilla from YouTube, kind of in the beginning. Hello to you too. Free Palestine, yes. Sherry Weiss, hello to you. A Dingo Ate Me Baby. Zootzilla, let's see. Zootzilla at 12:25. Why are they going to end the vaccine? I thought it was working after the 9th jab.
Nice.
That's what we say too.
Nice one. I thought we were supposed to have like 13 or 14 by now. I have to check with my shit lib Hollywood friends and ask them what number they're on now. Yeah.
I actually don't know what. Okay, so you get a vaccine and you get the booster if it's like the Pfizer, and I don't know about the other ones. I forget. But if you're fully vaccinated, what does that mean? You have 10 in your pocket? You have 11? You have 12? Like, how often can one get a COVID vaccination? Is it every 3 months? Every 6 months? You guys know viruses, if they exist, I don't know, they mutate and there's new strains all the time. Right now, the strain is super weak. It is basically a cold. Okay. I see this in the hospital all the time. We only ask if people have COVID symptoms as if they're any different from the flu or cold infections, Matt. But yeah, you guys will be fine.
I don't know. I'm still thinking that we have to just, if we don't keep getting these, Leslie, then we're gonna, end up in the hospital and have really, we might actually die. Like all those, remember all those unvaccinated people? Biden told us that it was going to be a pandemic of the unvaccinated, and all of them died, right? They're all dead. That. I thought they all died. I'm confused. Why? I don't know what to think now. So I just know I'm supposed to hate RFK Jr. Not for being a Zionist, but for being a CDC disruptor, because we like to protect our 3-letter agencies in this country.
Right. Well, let's see. Let's move on. Let's see. Jungle Jare, I'm proud to be a Floridian today. Yeah. We're coming soon. Florida's like one of our favorite places.
And it sounds like it's the place least likely to be, if you have a newborn, it's the least likely place you're going to be harassed by the hospital, by your doctor, by your pediatrician, and more importantly, by your school board that you decide to put your kid in, and they'll actually let you go to class without having to check 72 boxes of shots before you enter. I think that's going to be the place people want to go. So yeah, absolutely.
Well, we have contemplated Florida, not a deep conversation about moving to Florida, but contemplated having the conversation because of this reason. Mm-hmm. And I don't want my future children to have all this crap in their body, all this chemicals, and oh God, okay, that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah.
Julia and Mara, 1233. Science is about trying to disprove hypotheses, never settling. You're absolutely right, Julia. I agree with you on that, and I think the world can agree with you. It just doesn't fit the narrative of big pharma. So go figure.
When did science become a church? When did it become a religion? When did it become the all-knowing, all-being, wrote it in
Became a
stone, and
cult.
that's it? Yeah, it's a cult. It's a 10 commandments of science, which is insane. Because like Julia MR saying, it's an ongoing dialogue. It's an ongoing place. You're never settled in stone. You're always asking more questions, always debating, always looking for something new. It's constantly supposed to move. So it should be the opposite of a church or a doctrine. But King Fauci told us differently and confused a lot of people, which is really too bad that happened.
Yeah, that guy should be behind bars, but that will never happen.
No, he
I
got
think
an 11-year pardon, preemptive pardon that dated back retroactively, went back 11 years. That's interesting. All the way back to January of 2011. Biden gave him the same pardon that he gave his son to January 2011. So interesting. No one's talking about those biolabs in
convenience.
Ukraine anymore. That's an interesting. Well, we've had that discussion, but yeah, very interesting.
At, at 12:34, I think I've seen this name before. Clarity, I think so. Belief should not even enter into anything related with science and vaccines. Ask me if I trust the vaccine will work. It is not a god or creed for anyone to be believing in. Well said.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Love that.
Yeah. More comments about the vaccine. Zootzilla at 12:37. Go Italy, dock workers, respect. When I saw that video, I was also feeling the same way. Love it.
I think we changed Craig Pasta's mind on this too. He saw the organizing on the ground, and all of a sudden, it shows you that it's not just a PR stunt to get on a boat and turn it around and come home. All of a sudden, you have people saying, "We will impose our will on you, Netanyahu. We will impose our will. We will stop working, and you won't get our supplies if you touch this boat. If you do not let the flotilla get to its destination, we are cutting you off." The people are saying it. Hell yeah. That changes things, right? Now we're into a conversation of an actual pushback, an actual movement that has got some value. It's got some weight.
Keel Jones at 12:40. Based AF. I wish Americans weren't such total cucks that they would that they would do something like this. I wish we did. Recently there was a big they organized, I don't know who organized. I forgot who was Matt, but they organized a big protest in Santa Monica. And Santa Monica is close to Venice and Beverly Hills and West LA and Brentwood. So we saw a lot of pictures, a lot of people that were there counter protesting. They're very angry. And you see photos of like the Santa Monica Police Department standing behind the people holding the white and baby blue flags. I was like, huh, that's an interesting photo.
Hmm.
Who are they there to protect? Everybody or some people? But anyway, totally missed that. Yes, I wish we weren't such that word that we would do something like this. Okay, let's see. Hey, Wits at 12:45. The UK have invited Israel President Isaac Herzog to London next Thursday. Unbelievable. Ugh, the UK
Wow.
Wits. I don't know what to
Oh,
tell you, man. Every week I hear more crap about the UK. I'm sorry.
well,
I
UK
mean,
is
it's the same with the USA. I'm really upset, really sad, very resentful of my country. Sorry.
UK was the original. They're the original criminals when it comes to setting up Israel. They sold a piece of land that they didn't own. They literally sold it. They put their bankers behind it. They drew up this Belford declaration, and they said this is going to belong to the state of Israel. And they did that well before World War II. They set the pieces in place. World War II happened the way it did. We don't have to get into that, but it happened in the way it did. And who benefited? Can we start asking that question when shit goes down? Who benefited? Who benefited from it? Who benefited from 9/11? Who benefited from JFK being assassinated? Who benefited from
Mm-hmm.
October 7th? Guess what? It's time to start asking that same question about World War II and about the Holocaust. It's really time to start doing that. Who benefited? The Zionists benefited. They benefited. They were
Yeah,
able
of
to
course.
put the state of Israel in motion. But the UK is the original criminals in that regard. And of course, the US has taken the lead and been we've been in the driver's seat ever since. But they are the original ones that did this.
And then following that one from Wits, Israel has threatened to detain Greta as a terrorist. Oh my gosh. It reminds me of calling infants and toddlers terrorists from Palestine. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's
Well,
see.
they detained her already the last time, and they made up that story that she refused to watch footage of October 7th, babies being their heads being beheaded. As we know, that footage doesn't exist. So you can't say that she refused to watch it. You couldn't show it. And then you said she was anti. So we know that whole thing. I think she had a very hard time telling that story. She's not the most articulate on her own. I think Greta was used to having scripts um, given to her when she worked for the establishment, when she was the poster person for the environmental movement, which is also a captured movement, and she was handpicked for that and given her script. She's having a hard time not having a script. I think that's so I've changed my impression. I know Craig's been a little harder on that as far as like her being a psyop now. I just think she has to get better. I think she did a bad job the first time. I think she's a lot more equipped this time, and they have a lot more eloquent speakers that can speak off the cuff. This other veteran that's on the flotilla with her right now, that really should be the mouthpiece for this movement. But I think it's real as shit.
Hmm.
That's what I think. Yeah.
I I appreciate that. I appreciate when people have a change of mind, a change of heart, and the people that like you and other people in our lives that can say, I thinking about that again. I may have assessed it not necessarily in the wrong way, but anyway, I have a change of heart, and I appreciate you saying that out loud. We should all be okay with even being wrong, right? Black Spock at 1247. Glad to be watching the show. Welcome to you. I don't know if I've seen your name before, Black Spock, but welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Keel Jones, you too as well. The Zionist Trollbolt at 1248. Ha! I'll read
Oh yeah,
this one
that's
from.
that. There was a Zionist troll boat. It came out. I think it was from Ireland. They were following along and blasting their I guess Israeli music all through the night. They don't want the crew on the flotilla to be able to sleep, so they're going to be just riding next. It's just harassment. That's what it's a troll boat, and you know what? They can handle it. I think they might have
Yeah.
brought their earplugs. They can get a few hours of sleep here, and they'll be fine. But yeah, it's so annoying. But yeah, we showed that earlier.
Jungle Jared at 1253. I'll read this one. Israel is paying Google with our tax dollars. Yes, they are. Google should give that money back to us and Palestinians for reparations. If only, Jungle Jared. Thank you.
Thank you, Jungle Jer.
St. David's, bless up Matt and chat at 104. Thank you, St. David's. Thanks for tuning in. Victory Jen on YouTube. Hey, fam. Hi, Victory.
Yeah,
Thanks for tuning in.
I love all these new people. If
Automatic select. Me
we'll say
too.
some of them I've seen before. Yeah, but it's cool. It's cool that we've been getting a new fan base on YouTube. Very cool. Very cool.
At 113, where are the feminists on this issue? Are they talking about Palestine?
No, this is Epstein. This is what we brought in Jay. We started talking about Epstein. Where are the feminists on this issue? Again, it's not a polar. It's not. It should not be a polarizing issue. This is not a Democrat Republican. This is not a Democratic hoax, as Trump said. Absolutely. Where are the feminists? Let's all gather together and say this system's rigged. Jeffrey Epstein was a Mossad agent, and the Trump administration is protecting that, and victim shaming. And there should absolutely be feminists in there. They all should join together. You already got Ro Khanna out there. That's great. You have Thomas Massey, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Let's go. Let's gather the troops, man. I don't care what the hell who you voted for. Get your ass out there and say these victims are real. They're not fake. Trump literally wants us to think that these victims don't exist, that they're not actually standing there, that they're apparitions or hallucinations of our mind. That's how crazy he's gotten about this. So let's all gather up the feminists. Let's go.
All right. Epstein is in Tel Aviv. That's what Zilla said.
We've heard about that. That's a thing.
I've heard about that.
Maybe we'll see.
About
I
that
mean,
theory.
we know a lot of other pedophiles are in Tel Aviv. That we can say for sure. So what? Yeah, that's for sure. That's a thing. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Russ is native on YouTube. Hello, thanks for tuning in. Foofluns531 YouTube. Fooflun said, "I miss Joe Biden. They should cut us another $1,400 check." Mouse Mouse SF, hey homeless fam lurking at work. Thanks for lurking.
Right. What's up, Mouse?
One cup One cup as well. I'm waiting for Trump's promised $5,000 check.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's
when
okay.
was that happening?
Well, that's not. That was just a number thrown out. We were looking at this was Elon Musk. Remember Elon Musk's Doge? We're gonna get to the bottom of where the money went. And then you had on one. It was hilarious because you had the Democrats freaking out, like, why are you looking into U.S. aid? That's a very noble institute. No, it's not. It's corrupt. It's money laundering. It's horrible. So Doge was supposed to go get that money, and then Elon Musk started announcing numbers. And I think based on those numbers, that whatever trillion he said we found, people started doing math, and they came out. They go, hey, if we did the math and gave every taxpayer a piece of this pie that Elon says he found, then everybody should be getting a $5,000 check. That's what he said. Of course, people like Craig Passa, he was the first to call this out. He says, ain't nobody getting a check because that money's just going to go get funneled into some other horrible thing. That's all it is. It wasn't about giving it back to the people. So no money coming. You wait if you got your calculator out at the time and you did the math, and you wasted your time because it was never going to be. It was never a pie that was going to be divided out. Never going to happen.
I'll read this one from Jungle Jare at 142. I think Trump is misusing the word hoax on purpose. He's implying it's a democratic distraction or ploy to keep attention away from all his great achievements, the greatest. Not that it's untrue. Thanks, Jungle Jare, for that insight.
Yeah, he's also drumming up familiar language when it comes to Russiagate. That was a Democrat hoax. So he's reusing verbiage of something that was actually a hoax. It was a Hillary Clinton Democrat Party hoax that the media everybody was in on it. That was an actual conspiracy theory come true. Total proof, 100% hoax. So he's reusing that language to try and convince the part of his base that's not that bright or not paying attention that hears that familiar language and they go, oh, that sounds right because we did that. Yeah, that Russiagate was a hoax. So this sounds like another one. No, but that's very deliberate. So yeah, thanks, Jungle Dare. That's a very deliberate choice of words for sure.
Wits at 227. It's over 20 years since my last. Oh, I'm having bad connection. See, I buy a very long cable to connect my computer to the actual Wi-Fi box, and I'm still having issues. Okay, hope you can hear me. It's over 20 years since my last vaccination. I have never had the flu jab. Wits, very cool. Good for you. And like I said under that, you are doing okay.
Oh, so, yeah. Let me get to that. Okay. And there you go. Yes.
No, it's fine. You don't have to highlight mine.
Yeah.
Great Wits. Good for you and your body, your bodily autonomy, everything. Are we talking about the Bible here? Fuflans 531. Alexander was the first white pharaoh. Misnomer. Be well all and know he is Lord. Oh, all right. Hello, okay. Long Meadow. Stumped all at 244. I got a try shot for tetanus. Also had a whooping cough and something else. Jab free. Oh, yeah. I was interested in that. Maybe it's like intranasally. I wasn't sure. Oh, Zuzilla at 251. Where do I apply? I can do with 8,000 a month. Yeah, so can I.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the call. I'm waiting for that black money deal for homeless left so they can tell us what we're not allowed to talk about. I'll take the first 8,000 and then I'll probably F up and talk about it anyway. And then they'll say, never, you know that thing, never mind. I'll be like, well, at least I got 8,000 out of the deal. But yeah, I'm not going to, I thought I tried it for a week or it's is it 8,000 a month? Okay. So I tried it for a little bit. Didn't quite work out. Nice doing business with you. And then I'll tell my viewers, hey guys, so we took $8,000 so we can try to not talk about stuff. Didn't quite work, but we shook hands and said, good luck with someone else. So that would be the extent of it for me. I would do it for a month and then quit.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's see. At 254, Stumped all. They out themselves in less than a minute if you discuss genocide or censorship. Yep. All right. And Stumped all, yes, Alex flipped too. Seems they got to him. More like he snapped. He went through a lot. Few have been so punished for free speech.
Yep.
Restless Native on YouTube. Thanks for tuning in. Yes. All sentient beings. Hello. Let's see. Stumped thinks the one on the left was Alex's son. I don't know. Maybe.
Oh, it could be. I don't know. I honestly I just don't watch it enough. But I did. Whoever it was sitting there, you saw that look on his face, like, oh my god, here we go. Yeah, Daddy's mad. Oh man. He is
Hel-
not in a good mood. You just kind of have to sit there like this. Yeah, not a good look there,
yeah.
Alex. Not a good look.
At 3:06, Kaladin, count blessed. This is another distraction. Restless Native at 3:11 says AJ entire career is a psyop. A
Yeah.
dingo ate me, baby. Hi, fam. Hello.
Well, not it. Maybe not necessarily the entire career, but we see people change their language. Um, I would be a little more curious. I wouldn't write off his whole career. I say that there's certainly times that he was on his own. And they certainly there was a lot of money spent. FBI, CIA spent a lot of money trying to shut him down and set him up for legal issues. So we know he's been through the ringer, but look, at the end of the day, at the end of the day, you're working for Israel. So maybe it's all for what? All for not all to get people over to an area where they think they're fighting the information war, which is literally the name of his show, Info Wars. And it led to you mockingly talk about your boss Netanyahu, mocking people that suspect that while you make fun of it, when you literally are interrupting shows in the middle of their feed to tell them to stop talking about Israel. So that's there it is. I mean, it might as well have been a whole psyop, I guess. I mean, even if he had little moments that were authentic along the way, I don't know.
F Israel. That's what the new name should be. Israel,
Israel.
because it is hell.
There it is. There it is.
And you would say lunatic evangelicals. um, Zilla, thank you. They said your hair looks neat today.
Nice.
Don't panic. Kaladin, first time I chatted here, Pasta yelled at me. We remember that.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah. Yeah. Uh but you know what was really cool, Kaladin, and I appreciated this, is that you stuck to it, and it ended up being a conversation that continued, and Pasta was able to take a step back and hear you. And I think you were also able to hear something too. So it was actually a pretty good example of how something could go really bad. And then both people were like, wait, let's work it out here. Let's try to go for understanding, which is what we have to remember to do. And I don't say that enough on the show. We go for understanding. We don't go for, this is not a wrestling match. This is not a boxing match. This isn't, I have to beat the other person into submission. This is not a game of I have to convince you no matter what. What this is a place where we go for understanding. Even when we disagree, we understand. I get you now. I get you. That makes sense. It's not me, but I get you. That's what we should be going for with everybody in our lives. Go for understanding.
Rest in peace, Hind, and all innocent Palestinians. The world leaders have not only failed you, but also the test for humanity. Yes, they have. And I feel forever guilty for this too. And it's heartbreaking. All that the leaders destroy, we must rebuild again. Thank you, THL, for everything. Very cool. Very nice comment, Longmeadow. Thank you.
This is from Long
But you're
Meadow.
not
So thank you so
highlighted.
much. And I couldn't fit it all in the one. So that's from Long Meadow. Thank you for the Rumble rant. That's what you just read. Really appreciate it. Thank you. And being such a long time viewer and part of our homeless left movement, really appreciate it, Long Meadow.
Well, I'll end with this one from Yan at 3:15. Jesus is Palestinian.
That's funny, because I thought, all of our Zionist Christian friends would never be okay hearing that. They don't want to know that. They don't want to know that. Come on, Yan. Stop making stop making those Christian Zionists angry. Don't piss them off. They're very volatile right now. They got a lot of shakeup going on in the Christian community right now, because they're pissed off at the Candace Owens and the Tucker Carlsons. They do not want to know that Jesus was Palestinian. So, but thanks for letting us know and our viewers. But don't say that too loud.
Thanks, guys, for tuning in. ACD8, thank you. A couple of new names that I saw today. Really cool. Let's see if there's any new. Donald Duck's mom. That's a funny name.
I'm going to put this up because this is the story we need to get to. We're going to do this next.
Yeah.
We're doing this story. This is Hind. This is the little girl that was murdered in her car.
I know. Hind,
and
yeah.
R.I.P. to Hind for sure. And you guys, if you're gotten to our show late today, you think, because we put this one on the opening banner, we haven't done the segment yet. I've been very excited about doing this segment. We're going to do it next. So stay tuned, but we're going to cover Hin. We're going to give her the time that is, I mean, the best we can do from our vantage point, but this story deserves to be told. And a movie was made and it premiered, and we're going to talk about it, and it's pretty awesome. So we'll be talking
Beautiful.
about that next.
I love it. Thanks, guys. There's other new names that I see here. MMH from YouTube. But yeah, it's really awesome for everyone to be here and to stick along. I know the shows can run a little long, so thank you guys. And Matt, have a great rest of your show. I'll be in the chat with you
Okay.
guys. Okay.
Thank you so
I'll
much,
be audience
Leslie.
now.
All right. Thank you so much. All right.
Thanks, guys. Have a good day and weekend. Be safe.
Okay, let me take a moment to introduce you to our good friends over at World Harvest Food Bank right here in LA. World Harvest has been serving families across Los Angeles for 18 years now, and they started with this simple idea. Everyone deserves access to healthy, affordable food no matter what they're going through. With their Cart with a Heart program, families can walk away with a full cart of groceries, fresh produce, dairy, meat, and pantry supplies for just a $50 contribution. That's for the entire cart. That same cart will cost over $300 at a typical grocery store. At World Harvest, everyone is welcome. They don't ask for income verification, ID, or any paperwork. No. Basically, their doors are open to anyone who's doing their best, but just needs a little extra push to get by. If you're an Angelino like me, you know the times have been tough here. First with all the union strikes, the LA fires, and now the ICE raids going on. It seems like we're living in a constant state of uncertainty. And that's why it's so important to support local charities like World Harvest, because they aren't just helping the community. They're an essential function in its very survival. World Harvest is located at Venice and Arlington. And right now, you can use our special discount code THL20 for 20% off your contribution amount at checkout. And if you're not in the LA area, you can still help out with a $50 donation, which will provide a full cart of food for a family by going to worldharvestfoodbank.org or scan the QR code for more info. Or you can just spread the word. Follow them online. Let people know they're here for them, because at the end of the day, it's about providing choice, access, and relief without barriers. World Harvest Food Bank. End hunger now.